Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, if I had time enough to tell the whole trip, the whole journey, then y'all would be sitting up in there going, okay, Steve, are we going to play the show this week? But, man, it's been a lot of amazing things has happened to me over the years, and not all of them good. It's been some amazingly bad things that have happened, too. But I just come on in the morning as a reminder to everybody of the actual goodness of God, that, you know, man, that these mistakes that you're making, that these setbacks that you keep having, that these falls that keep occurring in your life, that they all are leading you somewhere if you just don't ever give up. That's the key. You can never, ever give up, because you don't know how the trip has been laid out for you. You know, if somebody had told me years ago when I had the dream of being on TV, and then I thought about being one of the best comedians I could be, you know, when I started, if somebody had told me everything that was going to have to happen in order for me to get there, I would have changed it. I would have said, okay, well, I ain't going to be that. How about this? See, and no one can know all of the events of their life ahead of time. You know, it'd be so nice, wouldn't it? You know, to prepare for it, see it coming, be aware of the haters, always knowing when the backstabbing moment is coming in your life, always knowing when you're going to get blindsided by the enemy. It would be really great to know that, wouldn't it? Well, that's not how it works. So, since no one knows exactly the challenges and the pitfalls and the detours that's going to beset them, it's imperative that you just don't give up. Because, see, knowing these things, we as human beings, by nature, would choose another route. But it ain't the route God got for you, though. See, the route God got for you, if you trying to do the right thing, if you doing the best you can, if you ain't out here just intentionally just messing over folks, if you using faith, and that's the belief in things that you cannot see, if you have something on the inside of you that keeps saying there's got to be more to life than that, then that's you. You, my friend, have a great chance here. And if you've ever had that feeling and gave up on it, just get it back. Just ask for it back. Just say, hey, man, I'm getting back to the way I used to be. Because there's a change that's available in your life, but you got to take it. You got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to get it right, but you got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to turn this whole thing around with God's help, but you got to take a shot at it. You. See, this decision is yours. The decision to lay down and give up, that's yours. It ain't it just got too hard for me, life too much. Man, life hard and too much for everybody. What I got to get you to see is if you don't lay down and give into it, there's some great things in store for your life. Because all of the things, every lesson I've ever learned, the best lesson has been a bought lesson. My father used to always tell me, he said, son, best lessons in life, the one you'll value and learn the most is a bought lesson. I didn't quite understand that being young, but I sure got it now. Ain't no lesson like a bought lesson, the one you pay for. Those are the ones that hold to you, that stick to you, that start turning you into who you're going to be. Those are the character builders. See, you got to be forged to get to where you want to go in life. See, that's what the challenges and missteps is for. That's what the failing is about. Now, I know you don't like it. I didn't. I know you're not comfortable with it. I wouldn't. I know you wish it was over sooner than later. I always do. I always want it to be over sooner than later because the later, man, it just seems like it's so much I got to go through. But let me tell you something, man. If you can forge your way through it and understand that you are forged in life. I don't know. I was on TBN one time when I was doing one of my motivational speeches, and I began to wonder about this experience I had at Ford Motor Company. And one of the things that I had came to the realization of was that job at Ford Motor Company taught me a couple of valuable lessons. First of all, that I had to be at work on time because I always was. I had a really, really good work record, man. I was a great employee because I didn't want to disappoint anybody. You know, I'd already saw the look on my parents' face when I flunked out of college. I wanted my father to know that I was a hard worker. And so when I got the job at Ford, I wanted to prove to my father, my mother, you know, the naysayers, hey, man, I know how to stick to something. But my last job after the auto industry started going down, my last job was in the foundry. And my job was to stand at the end almost where the engines first come out of the furnace. See, the engines are poured into a mold. It's hot, melted down metal, whatever they call it, lava, whatever. They pour it into a mold, and it goes into this furnace that's extremely hot. And my job was, after the heat was applied to the engine block, it would come through, and it would go through a hardening stage. But the way it was hardening, they would cool it suddenly. They would flush it with water. It would just blast water on it. But the fire and the high temperature is what made the engine block solidify. It's because it's got to get real hot, get melted down first. Then it's got to get poured into a mold. Then it's got to be pressure hit with water and all of this. And then it's real hot now. It's still hot, even though there's water been shot up. But when it comes out the end of the side, there's a lot of flashing in it. And flashing is metal from that to drip through the cast molding on it, just like flecks of extra pieces of metal. My job was to hit this engine block in the front with this huge, heavy rubber mallet, knock all the flashing off the front, and when it came around back, to bam, hit it real hard again on the backside. And that became the core of what the car is. A car without a great engine is nothing. It's just a pretty looking vehicle over there. But if it can't do what it was made to do because the engine block then cracked. See, you can have a car look real good, but if it freezes, an engine block crack, your car, it's over, man. You got to get a new block. The block is the core. But in order for for the car to do what it's got to do, it's got to have a strong engine in it. In order for the engine to be strong, it's got to be forged in steel, come through fire, get poured in a mold, cooled off, heated, knocked around, beat on the front end, beat on the back end in order for it to be what it's going to be. The moral of the story, folks, is you got to get forged in fire to be what you're going to be. You got to get beat up. You got to get pressure washed. You got to have heat on you. You got to get melted down. You got to get poured into a mold. That's how you become who you are. So the tough things that you're going through, the difficult challenges and the setbacks. I know a brother who went to prison, man, and the whole reason he ended up going to prison because he was looking out the window, looking out in the yard at him working out. And then the next thing you know, man, this brother decided that he was going to go out there and work out. Well, guess what? He's one of the top trainers in country today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your undivided attention? This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Feel whatever it is you want to feel, but know this here. This here real. This is real.
You heard him.
Radio, show. We in your life. We part of it.
Part of it.
It's morning time.
Morning time.
You didn't. No, you didn't.
You're hype, man. I love it.
Yeah. My hype man voice too high.
I know. You sound threatening.
Watch this here. It's morning time.
You heard him. It's morning time.
See right there? Let me have your undivided attention.
Your undivided attention.
Right there. Our job, junior job is to aggravate you into doing what I want you to listen carefully.
I mean, listen up.
You hear me?
You heard us.
You need to work with that.
It's about to go down.
Don't let him tell you twice.
Come on, hype, man.
From sea to shining sea.
Don't make us do it again.
We're on in L.A.,
L.A.,
New York,
Chicago,
Chicago, Philly, Atlanta, Charlotte, Mississippi.
This hurts.
Why is he walking back and forth, though, like he's really on stage?
I'm on stage. That's how you have to do it, Shirley. Don't stop me.
But Junior, you repeating it's just unnecessary, though.
Yeah, but I got to go in with him, though.
Okay.
He's the hype man.
The hype
Oh,
man.
hype man.
You ain't even
I
threatened
like
by the time I say something.
Right. Steve don't need a hype.
I'm in tears.
Oh, my God.
Say something else, Steve.
He's stupid.
I want everybody to know how it's going to be in here.
It's going to be what it's going to be in here.
He ain't saying nothing.
You don't believe it? Watch this here.
Watch us.
Watch what?
He's so ignorant.
I said watch this here.
Watch this here. Yeah.
Don't believe it's just watching.
This ignorant
He
show.
waiting on you, Steve.
Yeah.
I know he is. He's tight, too.
I'm over here breathing hard and everything, Shirley.
Give him one more.
Come on, Steve.
Give him one more.
Give me one more.
Let him have it.
Let them have it. Think we playing.
It's too early for this, man. It's too early.
Just hollering for no reason.
This right off the
30
jump, man.
seconds for break.
30 seconds for the break.
You ain't gonna make it 4 hours. You're not gonna make it.
Steve got his own hype man. Yeah.
So I'm not threatening, though.
One more, Steve, before we go. Hurry.
We about to be bodied and busting off up in here.
Busting off up in here.
All right, more of this crazy, ignorant show. Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, you're here
Yes.
with a segment called Thick Book or Thin Book. Please
Thick
explain.
book or thin book. I have never written a book like my boss has several books. How many books you have, Steve?
3.
4.
4 books.
Or 3. I
Well,
don't know.
I'm doing some research on writing a book. And, I need to know if this is going to be a thick book or a thin book. So here we go. Black friends that Donald Trump has. That'd be a thick book or a thin book?
That's thin. That's thin.
That's a pamphlet.
One sheet of
Yeah,
paper.
that's
All you
yeah.
got, matter of fact, you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is play that video when he was out on that tarmac talking about, there goes my African American.
That's the end of the book.
Right.
It's a flyer,
Kanye.
Jay. It's not a book.
Kanye, yeah.
It's a flyer.
All right. Dance Tips by Master P. Thick book or thin book? What do you think?
Thin. Dance tips by Master
Oh, I
P.
remember when he was on Dancing with the Stars with those
Man. Like
sneakers
Herman
on.
Munster.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go again. Skin Lightening Tips by George Wallace. Thick book or thin book?
That's
Really,
going to be
Jay?
thick.
That's gonna be a thick book.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
going
a
to be a
thick book.
thick-ass book right there, boy, because he going to have to do some explaining.
Okay. All right.
Y'all wrong for this.
Makeup Tips by Michael Blackston. Is that a thick book or a thin book?
I love that dude right there.
I
man.
like Michael Black.
Yeah, man.
Funny.
Not even do this one, man.
But it's thick, though. It's thick,
It's
though.
going to be a thick book? Okay, all right. How about this one? How to Put Bass in Your Voice by Junior. What do you think?
That's real thin. That's real thin, Jay.
Oh, it's like that, Jay?
Couple pages.
Oh, that's wrong. Come on, Junior.
it's
You
like
got
that,
some bass. Come on. I'm using it now.
All right. Thick or thin book? Thick or thin book? Cooking Tips by Shirley.
Ooh,
Thin.
Several volumes.
that's on a
Hell
paper
yeah, that's a
towel, Jay.
thick
That's
book.
on a paper towel.
And at the end of it, she going to try to cook something.
Might turn into a TV show, Jay. You never know.
No, it's going to turn into a fire.
All right. I'm hitting everybody. Here we go. Racing Tips by Tommy.
You go to hell. You go to hell.
Track? You mean track and running? Racing?
You go to hell.
That's
Is
a
that
thick book. That's a thick book, now. That's a thick book.
All right. Here we go. I'm hitting
Come on.
everybody, so get ready.
Okay.
Things I Really Give a Damn About by Colin Farrell. What you think?
Oh, that's thick. That's thick.
I think it's gonna be pretty thin.
That's thin.
That's a pretty thin book there. What's the title again? What is it, Jay?
Thick or thin books? These are. I'm letting you know. Let me know if these are thick books or thin books.
Got it.
Okay.
Thick
All right.
books or thin books. All right, did I give you white women that have dated Jay? Is that a thick book?
That's
or
thick
thin
book.
That's probably a thick
Thick.
book right there.
Sad.
Man, maybe medium.
Sad, huh?
Okay, all right. I'm hitting
It ain't
everybody.
that
All
thick.
No.
right, how about this?
What?
Thick or thin book? Comedy Tips by Nick Cannon.
Ooh, Jay, you throwing rocks now, Jay. You throwing rocks now, boy.
Wow.
Threw a cannon at Nick Cannon.
Okay. All right.
That hurt.
That's
that
another
hurt.
friend, Steve, we've
That
lost.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You ain't going on the show.
No, I'll never be on Wildin' Out. I'll never be. All right. Here we go. Last one.
Okay.
Thick or
Come
thin books? Thick or thin books? I guess I should pack up after this one.
Go ahead.
Thick or thin books? Head Tips by Steve Harvey. What do you think?
Hair tips by Steve Harvey.
It could go either way because he had a lot of hair and now he's bald.
Now he's bald.
Well, now we got the mustache. Now we got the
Yeah, the
beard.
beard,
Now
yeah.
I got one last one for you, Jay.
Oh,
Jay, this ain't a good week.
Yeah, it's not a
Let's
good
have
week.
it.
What you
Let
got?
us
What
have
is it, man?
Radio Employment by J. Anthony Brown.
Got to be a thick book. Encyclopedia. Here's another one for Jay, though. Here's another book for Jay. Comedy clubs I can't go back to.
It
got ugly.
Oh, it got ugly.
Ah.
huh?
Good
It got
morning
ugly
show or bad morning show?
whoa.
It turned on me real quick.
Yeah, it did, Jay.
Wow.
There you have it.
Big lips or bad hips?
He's on the roll now,
Yeah,
Jay.
he's on the roll now, yeah.
Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh, what?
Oh, man.
You got one more?
I got one in there for Tommy.
Don't do it, Tommy. Don't do it. Took too long to put it together.
I know, dog. No, yeah, I know.
I know.
You saw me, didn't you?
Trying to put it together and it ain't coming together.
It ain't gonna be right.
Yeah, and then you're gonna force it. You ain't gonna say it with confidence.
It ain't gonna flow. It's not gonna flow.
Yeah, and then one of the girls who said, "We waited on that," and then, "Oh, you Georgie jokes now."
Oh yeah, it would go real ugly. Ugly.
That would be my work wife that do that. That's who that is.
I'm here
I got one. When the joke takes too long by Junior. How about that?
Thick or thin. What happened to this segment?
I don't know.
No, he started hitting us.
Yeah, he started throwing rocks at us, but you know.
All right.
I got one for you, Jay.
Jay, I'm finna hit you though, Jay.
Hit me.
You getting ready to hit the president and CEO of your team?
Team Tommy.
Okay.
Tom Joyner, will you take me back? Thick book or thin book? What y'all think?
If Jay's writing it thick, if Tom's writing it thin. All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, J. Anthony Brown for the J-Spot Comedy Club. Are you sick of people telling you what you need to do? Well, here's another what you need to do. Check out the J-Spot Comedy Club in Los Angeles, California, 5581 West Manchester Avenue, 10 minutes away from the airport, right around the corner from the Big Donut, each and every Tuesday night for Headliner Taco Tuesday. That's Tuesday, J-Spot Comedy Club, 5581 West Manchester Avenue. For tickets, go to eventbrite.com, J-Spot Comedy Club.com. Watch out there now. Morning, everybody. That's my best Junior voice.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Nephew and the prank phone call. Come on, Neff.
Well, this right here, this for all the fellas that go to the barber shop. When the barber is cutting your hair and his private be pushing the chair, it's an awkward feeling. Most men know about this. This is the barber shop.
Is what?
Do you know what I'm talking about, Junior?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Man, you got to sit in the barbershop with your arms folded.
Well,
almost in your lap.
In your lap.
But wait a minute, is that because his hands are occupied in your head?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he rotate the chair with his waist.
Yeah, with his waist, man. And that's you can't stand that. I can't stand that.
That's crazy.
Here it is, the barbershop.
Cuss, this Brady.
Brady, how you doing, man? My name is Dennis, man. I got a haircut from you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, what's up, Dennis? What can I do for you, brother?
Hey, listen, I wanted to get an appointment with you, man. Like I said, I was there a couple weeks ago, man. My first time getting a haircut from you. Did a real good job, so I want to say thank you for that.
All right, no, not a problem.
Okay. Do you have any time available on Thursday?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can come up there Thursday. That'll be fine. What's your name again, bro?
Dennis, man. Dennis.
Okay, Dennis. Well, I can get you in, Dennis, about 3 o'clock, man. Something of that nature. I mean, I normally work off appointments, Come in about 3.
3 o'clock, you'll be there?
Yeah, I'll be there around 3 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, I got a little bit of situation though, man, that happened last time I was there. I kind of wanted to talk to you about it, man, because it kind of caught me off guard. So I wanted to holler at you, man, and see if we could rectify the problem before I came back up there.
What happened? Was somebody disrespect you or something? I mean, what was the deal?
Well, it really wasn't somebody, man. It was actually you.
Me? Well, I mean, what happened?
Well, here's the deal, man. When you was cutting my hair, when it was time to turn the chair, you didn't turn the chair with your hand, man. See, Brady, man, you turned the chair with your private part.
Oh, come on, bro. Say, Dennis. I mean, Dennis, I'm a professional, man. I've been doing this 15 years, bro.
Right. I don't think it's anything deliberate, man. I think you just do it unconsciously, man, because, you be leaning over on the chair cutting, and I think you don't realize, you be turning the chair with your private part instead of doing it with your hand, man. And see, my hand got caught out there, and I saw it out the corner of my eyes. I saw your private part coming towards my hand. I moved it just in time. You understand?
No, bro. Now, see, Dennis, I'm not understanding something, bro, because we don't operate like that around here, because, I don't make mistakes like that, bro. I mean, I don't know. You sure you're talking to the right person, man?
Yeah, I mean, ain't you the third chair on the right when you walk in the door?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. And you cut me 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I really like my haircut, so I wanted to call back and rectify this problem. But, you know, you're going to have to turn the chair with your hand and not your private part. If not, we're going to have a problem.
Okay, bro. Now, I feel you, and I understand your complaint and everything. I mean, I'm not understanding what you're saying, but I don't do that, you know. But, I mean, we'll be glad to, you know what I'm saying, give you another cut or whatever, you understand me? And, you know, but I don't move nobody, you know, around with my private, man. You know, that's just not me. You know?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but I want you to hear what I'm saying. If you put your private on there at all when I come in there Thursday, then I promise you I'm going to jump up and we're going to have a problem.
Well, see, now, right there, Dennis, I'm not feeling that jump up having a problem because, you know, you don't really know me like that, bro. You know, I mean, I'm trying to be professional here and solve your little issues that you got, you understand me? But all this jumping up and stuff you talking about doing, I don't know about all that stuff.
I'm trying to come in and get a nice haircut and walk out with a nice haircut. But what I don't want to do is come down there, you lean over, put your private part where I got my arms and my hands at, and I got whoop your. Now that's what I don't.
See, folks, you starting, you're touching me wrong, talking about.
You talking about I'm touching you wrong? You touched me wrong 2 weeks ago when you put your private on my hand, man.
Thank you, folks. Ain't nobody touch you like that. You feel me?
Say what?
I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to, man. You know, we don't right on here, cuz you feel me?
Hey, dog. All I'm trying to say is a brother trying to come in and get his haircut and walk out feeling like a man. And not walk out feeling violated, man, because you done turned the chair with your private part all up against my hand and my elbow and stuff, man.
Hold up, boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't operate like that. I'm a grown and say, bro, you know, I'm trying to talk to you. You feel me? But now you done rub me wrong. Ain't no punks flying here. You understand me?
Well, ain't no punks flying there. Then keep it off my hand, then.
Say, hold on. Let me tell you something. Say, man, we don't play that over here. You bring your stupid over here. I'm going to tell you right now, you get packed up like this. You understand me?
Hey, well, quickly.
We don't play no punk over here. This ain't a salon. It's a barber shop. It's real over here. You hear me?
I hear what you're saying, but let me explain something. Quit using your hips in your private section like a pinball machine.
I'm going to tell you right now, boy, I will put something on your. You come over that. You understand me? I don't play that playboy.
Hey, dude, I'm just trying to come and get a haircut. I'm trying to get a haircut and walk out of there like a man, feeling like a man.
I bet you open you up. I'm going to open you up, boy. You understand? Oh, hell no. No, piss off. Watch out. No, that. No, come on here with that. You know, tell you I do something to your eye. What you want to be? This ain't no salon. This is a barber shop. Cuts, man. You understand me?
I understand. Hold, what?
Cut, man. I ain't got no time for that. Matter of fact, damn all that. I got somebody to have a cut right now. I ain't got time for it. You bring your dumb back over here. You better come over here with your attitude straight. I bet you did. Cut hair. I don't do it. You feel me? I cut hair, homeboy. I don't do hair. You feel me? You know what, man? Who is you, man? You come up here. Yeah, come on up here and recognize yourself when you come up here. You know what I'm saying? Put your name on your shirt.
Okay. I'm going to put my real name on my shirt then. You want to know what my real name is?
That's what's up. That's what's up, baby.
Okay, then you might want to know what name going to be on the shirt?
I want to know what going to be on the shirt.
All right, then. The name on the shirt is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh, man, say it before you get. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Say, bro, my bad, man. Oh. You got me,
Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
Watch your pelvis, man. Watch how you move.
This is crazy.
The chair around. Come on now. All you barbers out there, come on. Turn the chair with your hands.
Show me, Junior. Let me see.
Yeah, they be cutting, you know, they be in your head, but then when they try to rotate, they.
Wait, let me video.
They be up there, they cutting. Then all of a sudden, he said, hold on, finna rotate. And they turn the wrist right there. And your hand be right there.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
So 10 times of that per haircut, hey, man, we got a problem.
It's almost like he hula hooping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He moving them hips.
Yeah.
Huh?
He moving them hips.
Now, this a female barber Oh, come on. Hula hoop me. I'm good with it.
I love female barbers.
This how I know I had a bad haircut one time.
Okay.
I was at a white club and the guy yelled out, "Who cut your hair?"
He knows.
Coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We're in the middle of this segment called I'm Becoming My Parents. And Jay and Steve Harvey are letting us know that they're saying things to their kids.
Same thing. We haven't come up with nothing new. You got one, Steve? You got one?
A scratch on that wall is a scratch on your ass.
You better say it, because that's me now.
Put a scratch on that wall, it's going to be a scratch on your ass.
Yeah.
I love that.
Say that now.
How about
I love that.
You say that, Carla?
right? Scratch on that wall. Yeah.
Scratch on
That
your-
means you really want to scratch on your behind if you scratch that wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they over there playing. They ain't got to
Yeah.
get over there playing.
How, how about this? I don't know if it could be done, but I damn near got beat to it where I thought it was going to come off. I will beat all the black off you.
Yes.
You said that?
I will beat all the black off you.
I don't know if it can happen.
I don't know if it can go
Come
down.
on, Steve.
That you standing in that refrigerator don't like you bought something.
Hey, what's
I
the
like it. I got to
Oh,
use
my
that one.
God. Hey, and what's the time limit on that refrigerator?
Yeah,
Though?
yeah.
Anybody know?
No, you got to get in and get out.
Yeah. I like it, Steve.
Come on, Jay.
Somebody need to tell me why all these lights is on. I need to know that.
That's me. Now that is me.
That's my husband.
Yeah.
Woo,
I
he's a
need
light
to
lead.
know why all these lights is on.
Yes.
See?
I love it, Jay.
We're becoming our parents.
We are becoming our parents.
Yeah. I'm tired because Junior.
Junior making you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
This is dedicated to Carla.
Yeah. Ooh, come on.
This is Pat Boltner's line.
My mama.
Huh? If you can hum me, you can hear me.
Yes.
Man.
That's my mama. Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You about to make me cry. If you can hum, you can hear me.
You can hear me.
Oh, my mama used to say that.
Oh, this is one Ann Lee Brown special.
What?
The my mom was a little heavy on the stocky side. So this was her patent. Don't make me run after you.
Whoa.
And she couldn't run anyway. But don't
Yeah.
make me run after you.
You don't. You know.
You didn't want that.
Let me go and walk back here and take this because it ain't going to be nice if I make her run.
Okay.
This one is dedicated to Shirley's mama,
Uh-oh.
Miss Helen. Sit down. Everyone has seen you.
Yes. And you do it too much?
Oh, yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
You do
yeah.
it too much?
Have a seat.
You're doing
Everybody
way
done
too
already
much.
saw you.
Everybody
Putting on a little show here.
I grew up on that.
Yeah.
That line raised me.
Here go one right here, Steve. Get out of this room looking in my mouth when I talk
Yes.
because ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah. Grown folks conversation.
This is grown folk talking up in here.
Yes, Jay. Yes.
Uh-huh. We are becoming our
Yeah.
parents, Steve.
Looking down my throat while I talk.
Yeah.
All right,
What
Steve.
you got, Steve?
Keep on. Keep on acting cute. See how cute your daddy think he is when he get home from work.
Woo!
When Slick get in here, Slick gonna cut out all this cuteness.
Okay, your mama said that.
Yeah.
And your daddy hit hard.
Introduce Miss Ann, Steve.
She's good people.
With more of today's headlines. All right, you got to introduce her, Steve.
Well, you just did it. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann is here with more of today's headlines. Go ahead, Miss Ann.
I will. Thank you very much, everybody. Here we go. This is Ann Tripp, everyone. Lawsuits from various quarters are being prepared this week in answer to President Trump's national emergency declaration. Many wondering if there actually is some urgent crisis, though, at the southern border, since the president seemed to contradict himself.
I could do the wall over a longer period of time. I didn't need to do this, but I'd rather do it much faster. And I don't have to do it for the election. I've already done a lot of wall for the election. 2020.
So he said he didn't have to do it. Anyway, since the emergency declaration allows Trump to siphon money off from programs already okayed by the Congress to build that border wall, the result could be disappointment or even anger if money is taken from a project that the Army or that a lawmaker promised to his constituents. We'll see what happens there. Senator Tammy Duckworth tells ABC's This Week that the whole situation is wrong.
I don't want a type of government in place where we're playing these tit-for-tat games. It should be one where we serve the American people by coming to a consensus. And where we're headed, this division is not acceptable for our form of democracy.
However, Trump advisor Stephen Miller says the president is ready to defend his position. By the way, lawmakers in El Paso, Texas, approved a resolution last week before the president visited that border town that said, quote, El Paso County is disillusioned by President Trump's lies regarding the border and our community. El Paso's legislators say violent crime dropped there by over 60% in the years leading up to 2007 and that the wall wasn't built there until a year later. The mayor of Portland, Oregon, Ted Wheeler, calling for an investigation into the text messages sent between a Portland police officer and the head of the racist group called Patriot Prayer. According to the Willamette Weekly, Lieutenant Jeff Naya allegedly conspired with Patriot Prayer's Joey Gibson to help the right-wing group while it continued to engage in several violent clashes with anti-racist demonstrators. The mayor calls the text messages disturbing. He adds that community members have long expressed concerns about their police pro-right-wing bias during demonstrations. Okay, according to ABC News, Chicago cops want to talk to Journey Smollett, who says that he was the victim of that racist and homophobic attack a few weeks ago. The report says that two brothers considered persons of interest at one point in the case have been released from custody without charges and that they're cooperating with the authorities. And now TMZ says the case is going to be presented to a grand jury next week. Looks like there's another teacher strike on the horizon, this time scheduled for Oakland, California. Tops of the weekend box office, Alita Battle Angel.
I need you to destroy a girl called Alita.
You made the biggest mistake of your life.
And what's that?
Underestimating who I am.
Well, by the end of today, $36.5 million. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, listen, guys. According to a new study performed by giftcards.com, dating is making us go broke. Dating is making us go broke, okay?
Really?
And yeah, that's what the the survey said. The study.
I tell you what, dating. I tell you what, getting married.
Right.
Well, this was a poll, Steve, of over 1,000 people. It was revealed that single people are spending an average of $146 per month on dating.
Oh, hell no.
Way more than that, isn't it, Junior?
That's number too low.
That's nearly $1,750 a year. Admittedly, people in a relationship only spend slightly less than that at $139 a month. And married people get off the cheapest of all, if you can call $130 a month cheap. Really?
If you spending $130 on a date, your girl ain't got no ambition. She ain't really trying to do much. She ain't got no goals for herself for nothing.
$140 a month.
A month on a date?
Man.
That's just the movies.
Total? Okay, well, I'm just going to have to say this then.
Say it.
If we spending $146 a month on dating, first of all, you need to make sure you got just one girl. Because this 146 is throwing your ass into something.
Yeah, for 30 days?
Yeah, for 30 days. You really going to have to make sure you got one girl.
Now,
secondly, man, you got to really be thinking of something else to do for a living.
Well, let's think of it. Let's get out of our age groups and think of it younger, like millennials. This is probably...
Yeah. And how often do they date? They may be saying, if you go on 2 dates in a month.
No, hold on, Carl.
Yeah.
What?
For the millennial and for me, the movie is the same price. That damn popcorn don't change till he 20.
Yeah.
So he has to save up a lot for this date, right?
That's $140 just for two people at the movie.
Yeah, that's just one date. Yeah.
But can I say this, though?
Yeah.
I mean, look, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Look, you got to spend money when you're dating.
You do?
Yes.
You know, every date can't be a Netflix and chill. This ain't going with everybody.
No, it's not.
Like Junior
Come on,
said,
man.
He's not very ambitious.
No.
You got to set your wine and dine money to the side. And get to whining and get to dining.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't got to be that much. Sometimes, man, y'all just, hey, baby, let me pick you up. I'm going to do a little picnic. get yourself some chicken.
Yeah.
And just go on somewhere and spread a tablecloth out and have a picnic. Man, women would love that. Girl, he threw a picnic.
What is the least amount of money you've gone out on a date with?
We did mine with churches.
Oh, about $5.
$5?
Hell yeah.
You've gone out on a date?
Shirley,
with $5?
I met a girl one night in a club.
Uh-huh.
And I had like $8. Denny's was across the street from Spats.
Oh,
We went to Denny's. The Grand Slam was $1.99.
Oh.
2 of them.
I let her eat $1.99. I had a grilled cheese sandwich and a whole lot of water.
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Yahoo is reporting, guys, a new poll that finds 59% of couples say that they suspected their partner of cheating. If they suspected them, they would discuss the matter with them rather than jumping to conclusions. I'm going to say that again for the ladies, okay? 59% of couples say that if they suspected their partner of cheating, they would discuss the matter with them rather than jumping to conclusions.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. Shirley and Carla.
No.
Let me ask you a question. Just listen to this question.
Okay.
If you suspected your husband of cheating, and it was not on the internet, nobody knew, none of your coworkers, it wasn't made public. If you suspected your husband of cheating, would you bring it up calmly? Would you bring it up with anger? How would you do it?
Probably all of the above for me. Without the calm, though.
Damn.
You already know where I'm coming.
All the coming.
Vigor. All of that. There's no calm.
All of the above for me without the calm.
Anger. If I suspected that,
No, well, I mean, if you had suspicions, you ain't have no proof. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't got no pictures. Ain't on internet. None of that.
But Steve, you know we have intuition. Is that disappointing to you, Mr. Harvey?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see what y'all would do. I don't really.
And the word discussion I have a problem with. There will be no discussion.
Well, are you going to just find out on your own first? Like, do you a little CSI?
Let me ask you a
that comes
question,
with the
though.
territory.
Suppose you discovered that you were 100% wrong about him and that he wasn't cheating. What happens at that point?
Oh, then I'm apologizing and begging for his forgiveness and threatening him he better not do it. You see what happens.
Yeah.
When I just
forgiveness and threat at the same time?
Definitely. You got to put the fear of God in his heart. You got to do that.
Yeah, you apologize for your wrongdoing.
Absolutely.
But let me
make it up to him.
That is a lot.
All of that.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Any more questions? We're here for it.
No, y'all's answers is short and direct.
And truthful.
And there's no in between. Ain't no, I don't like talking to y'all.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Were you expecting something else?
I don't know what I expected, but that wasn't it.
You've obviously been through this before.
I'll tell you what I found out though.
What's that?
I'm finding out I ain't even found enough to have a discussion. Once they find out I'm cheating, it's over. Your ugly ass sitting up here got the nerve to cheat. No, you didn't.
Junior.
But Junior, don't you know that money changes things? Don't you know that?
Yeah. How you get the nerve?
That was before. Look at you now.
But see, Tommy saying, dang, Junior, like, you can't believe Junior called himself ugly. Tommy, you're ugly.
No, I am not. I'm not going to let you stop doing that. You go, listen, 2018, you're not going to do this. I'm not ugly.
I'm going to tell the truth in 2018.
Are you fine, Tommy?
No, I'm not no fine, and I'm not all, but I ain't just finna be ugly, though. No, I'm not doing that.
Dog, you're not fine.
And I'm not ugly.
But listen to me. If you're not fine,
then what
but
is
by a long shot, what you think that is?
Why do you do that to him, Steve? You
He ugly. I don't know why Tommy keep thinking he cute. But you're not cute.
I didn't say I was cute. I'm just saying I'm not
Tommy,
ugly.
listen to me. Listen to me. You look strange.
I'm decent. I don't look strange. Shut up, man.
You do.
I do not look strange.
Tommy.
Way of looking.
Tommy, listen to me, man.
He just tries to find
Get
any way
yourself.
he can
No,
sting
all you
him.
got to do is just talk. Get a mirror and look at yourself from the side. You strange looking.
I am not strange.
No, Tommy, you are. You look strange, dog. Everybody, all the men in our family, we strange looking from the side.
We can have fun with it, Tommy, when you accept it.
Tommy doesn't accept that. He's never going to accept that. You guys know that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
All right.
I'm not.
Well,
All right,
but
speaking of
take
Tommy.
us to break with your strange looking.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's today's Strawberry Letter. But right now, it is time for the nephew, the king of pranks, with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
You ain't married.
Huh?
You ain't married.
Let me
Not
tell you
Aunt
now.
Shirley. Not Aunt.
I'm just like, everything.
You ain't married. Watch me work. Run it, cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Brian.
Yeah, this is he.
How you doing, Brian? My name is Daniel. Wanted to give you a call today. You got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. You're Brian. Brian, right? You're married to Althea.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's me. That's my wife. Yeah.
Okay. Got a question for you. How long have you guys been married?
Going on 9 years now. We've been married. Now, who is this?
My name is Daniel. Were you guys married at Greater New Missionary Baptist Church?
Let me see. Yeah. Yep. That's the name of that church. Yeah, Greater about 9 years. Yeah, that's right. Why? What's going on? What you asking me all these questions for?
Okay. Do you remember the minister that officiated your actual wedding ceremony?
Yeah, that was
Reverend. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the right person. I wanted to make sure I had the right person, Brian. So I'm sorry if it seemed a little weird to you. Here's what's going on. We've just come up with a new discovery, a lot of information that Reverend, none of his credentials are true. Everything is false. He's not a minister at all. He never was a minister. And every single wedding ceremony that he officiated is basically null and void. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you and Althea, even though you think you've been married for 9 years, you guys are not married at all.
No. Doc, you got to have the wrong person. Because me and Althea, we got married about 9 years ago, and Reverend he the preacher.
I know that, Brian. I know that. What I'm telling you is, he never was ordained. He's never been an ordained minister. He's not a minister at all. So when he performed this ceremony, your wedding ceremony, he had no right to be doing that. You guys are not married. You know, you guys have been living in sin for 9 years.
Hold on, Doc. Let me tell you something. I ain't been living in no sin. Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years, and that man, he's a preacher. I'm telling you, he's a preacher. I heard him preach last Sunday.
Sir, as of today, he has no right to be in anybody's pulpit. He has no right to be officiating, whether it's weddings or funerals, no matter what it is, christenings for children. He's not allowed to do that, and we have officially stopped him from doing anything serving under as being a pastor or a minister. We have stopped that. But what I want you to know is that you have been living in sin, and we want to try and get you guys married as soon as possible so you're not living in sin.
Oh, no, Doc. I ain't been living in no sin. I have been married for 9 years. This woman, she has been taking care of me and my kids for the past 9 years.
Wait a minute. You guys have children?
Yeah, we got two kids, two beautiful kids.
Okay, then those kids are bastards.
Bastards? Hold on. Let me tell you something. My kids ain't no bastards. What about your kids? Your kids are bastards?
No, sir. My kids were born in wedlock. Your kids have been born out of wedlock.
I'm telling you, that man did my service, and he is a preacher. He's a man after God's own heart himself. He done everything that he could for me and my family. He is a preacher.
Sir, I know it's hard for you to swallow the truth, but I want you to know, and I need you to be able to tell Althea that you guys are not married, not as of right now.
No. Okay, so hold on. Now, back in the olden days, but before all these colleges and stuff came about, you telling me that them men back in the old days, that they wasn't no preachers, that they wasn't men after the cloth? Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, what are you getting at, sir?
What I'm trying to say is back in the olden days, back in the 20s and 30s, they didn't have all these colleges and all these degrees and stuff like these new preachers got these days. That man now, he was from back then, and God called them, and that's what they went on to. And all them people that they married back then, they did the same thing today. You don't need no degree to say that you're a preacher. You don't need no license saying you're a preacher. Me and my wife, we've been married for 9 years. My kids have been born in wedlock. We were married. We were married by Reverend. My friends and family, they was all there.
Sir, the bottom line is that you have been living in sin because you have not been married with your wife for the last 9 years. And your kids, I hate to say it, your kids are bastards.
Now, hold on now. I done told you. Don't say nothing else about my kids. See, I ain't no cusser, but don't push me. My kids ain't no bastards. You understand me? You don't get me upset.
Sir, I'm trying to give you the truth and try to get you in here and get you married so you will not be living in sin any more than what you are.
I ain't living in no sin. Look, now you gonna make me whoop your ASS. You understand? Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years. Don't sit up here and call me talking about that we ain't married. That man ain't no preacher. You understand? Now get off my phone. That's my wife. Those are my kids. They have been born in wedlock. You understand?
Sir, I just wanted to call and give you the information so that you could probably stop living in sin. That's all I wanted to do.
I ain't living in no sin. That's what I just told you. You ain't hear me? I ain't living in no sin. Maybe you the one that's living up in some sin. Now, you ain't got nothing to say to me. That man that married us 9 years ago. Now, get your ASS off my phone.
Sir, I have one more thing. I'd like to say to you,
sir. You ain't got nothing else to say to me. You ain't get your ASS off my DAM phone. Now, do you understand me? I ain't got time for this publicity.
Sir, can I say one more thing?
What you got to say to me now?
I just wanted to let you know that this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife, Althea, got me to prank phone call you.
Oh, man. No. Oh, Lordy. Doc, yeah. Doc, yeah, I almost went in on you, Doc. You almost made me go there. Yeah, I'm a good Althea. You say Althea put you up to this?
Althea got me to prank you, man.
Wow, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man, you all right with me, brother? I got to ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
You're stupid. Get him, Steve, because this is gonna happen.
Now come on, some pastors ain't really pastors, but they be marrying people. That happens a lot. They just done call themselves a minister and they a minister, and that's not how it's supposed to work. So every now and then, you got to shake few folk up every now and then. Just a little shake up. That's all it is.
Okay, keep on.
This is pranking. This is pranking at its best.
Oh yeah, you're the king of it.
Okay. Every now and then you got to shake some folks up. Now, I got a new little list I'm working on, and we going for it. Who is it?
You, Tommy.
You ain't even asked me. You're punching already.
No, he punched and then asked.
Yeah.
I love that. You knew he was going to say yes.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, coming up next, it is today's Strawberry Letter.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Right now, it is time for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need some advice on relationships, on work, on sex, on dating, on parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. Right, Steve? Tell them.
I think that's absolutely correct. And you really don't have many options because Miss Abby has passed.
Oh, you mean like Dear Abby?
Yeah.
That used to have the column in the
She
newspaper?
passed. Wow. She passed. So it's just a...
That's back when we used to get the paper.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could be reading your letter live on the air like we're going to read this one today. Come on, nephew.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, he wants me, but not the children. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 49-year-old female married to a 49-year-old man. We have 5 children and 5 grandchildren. Here is the problem. My current husband...
No, he says, I have.
I have 5 children and 5 grandchildren.
Right.
Okay.
Not we.
Oh, okay. Here is the problem. My current husband is not the father of my children. I married this man when my children were young, so he's been in their lives for a very long time. My youngest son just graduated from high school and will be going away for college. So now my husband thinks that we are done raising children, and from now on, it will be just the 2 of us. He has said that we don't have to worry about the kids anymore because they are all grown and have their own lives. So am I not supposed to be involved with my children since they are no longer living at home? My children range from ages 32 to 18 years old, and all 5 of them live in different states. I want to see them and my grandkids as often as I can. In fact, I'd like to move closer to them. My husband does not want anything to do with them, period. He doesn't want to visit them, and he doesn't want them to visit us. He said that they don't need to come for the holiday. What the hell? He really thinks that because they are adults, I am supposed to forget that they exist. I understand that these are our golden years and we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world, but our travels should also include trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone. Steve and Shirley, can you please help me? Well, your letter started off nicely, so I'll put it like this. Your husband, I'm sure, feels like he's done his job and it's over. These were not his kids. He raised them anyway. He's been in their lives since they were really young, so he's done. And not being their biological dad, like I said, the ties are cut. He has no connection really to them, it seems. He cut them off, and his concentration is now on you and you guys' future together. He wants to live. He wants to live his life, and do all of those things. But now I think that he's being very unrealistic when he says he doesn't want the kids to come and see you, or he doesn't want you to go see the kids. How is that? I mean, really, that's a bit unrealistic, especially if it makes you happy to see your kids. You're his wife. He should want to see you happy and do those things that make you happy. I mean, it's very unrealistic to say that he really thinks that because they're adults, you're supposed to forget that they exist. No, that's not the issue, and he knows that's not the issue. They are grown and they are living their own lives. That part is definitely true, but you guys got to come to some kind of compromise in terms of when you see the kids and when you go see the kids. Even if you just go by yourself, you have to see your kids. These are your kids, Steve.
You're a parent. Now, he wants me, but not the children. Okay, that I can relate to. I don't want mine either, dog.
God, dog.
And on any day between the 7 of them, you can come get 4. Just like that. So that much I understand. But we are parents. You're 49. Your man's 49. You got 5 children and 5 grandkids. He's not the father of the kids. Your youngest son just graduated high school, going away to college. So now your husband thinks that we done raising children, and from now on it'll just be the 2 of us. He has said that we don't have to worry about the kids no more because they all grown and have their own lives. Okay, are you kidding me? You really think that's how it goes? Do you know that you are a parent for life? For life? You may not be a husband or a wife for life, but once you become a parent, you're a parent for life. Now, there are some good ones out there and there are some bad ones out there. I got it. You, sir, are about to turn into a bad one because you don't get it. You are in your golden years. You said that later in the letter. Your kids are from 32 to 18. All of them live in different states. And you want to see your kids and your grandkids. Matter of fact, you want to move closer to them. Your husband don't want nothing to do with them, period. He doesn't want to visit them, and he doesn't want them to visit us. He says they don't need to come for the holidays. What the hell?
That's so crazy.
Where's baby? That's what the lady type. Don't need to come for the holidays. What the hell? What the hell is right? Come on, man. Are you for real, bruh? You gonna just act like you never met these people? Like they meant nothing? He going to college. He got to come home. He's not ready to live on his own. And I got that the kids range from 32 to 18. Man, do you know how much advice they need? How much help they need? Financial support they need? Come on, man. That ain't how this work, man. You crazy. And he don't want them to visit. He don't want them to come for the holidays. What the hell? He thinks that because they are adults, I'm supposed to forget that they exist. That's the craziest part of it. Mm-hmm. You got to be nuts. It doesn't work that way. It's crazy for you to think that. Come on, man. I understand that these are our golden years. You ain't but 49. Hell. Golden years. But if that's how you want to look at it, okay, cool. And that we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world. Plans should also include trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone.
We'll be back around those kids.
What'd you say, Steve?
I said, we'll be back.
All right. We will be back at 23 after with part 2 of Steve's response to He Wants Me, but Not the Children, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, part 2 of today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, He Wants Me, but Not the Children. Wow.
Well,
recap.
the youngest one that graduated, the boy, is 5 kids, none of them his. Now he going, wow, they graduated, they gone, we through with them. They out. He's saying no, they have their own lives, they're adults, they should be able to make it on their own. I want to see my grandkids as often as I can, is what the woman says. In fact, I want to move closer to them. My husband don't want anything to do with them, period. He don't want to visit them. He don't want them to visit us. He said they don't need to come for the holiday. What the hell?
The holidays.
That lady said, what the hell?
Yeah, she did.
We don't come for the holidays. What is Christmas about?
Exactly.
He really thinks that because they're adults, I'm supposed to forget they exist. I understand that these are golden years and we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world, but our travel plans should include trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone. Steve and Shirley, can you please help me? He wants to check out. Mm-hmm. In essence, he wants to check out. He wants to say that I've done my duty. I raised these kids to the best of my ability. I've contributed. And now they gone, that's it, I'm chilling. I wish that was the case.
But, honey, why don't you want to see the kids? I mean, did something happen?
We'd already seen the kids.
Well, yeah, you've seen them since they were young. I mean, and they live their own lives now.
I saw all I needed to see when they was here. I'm tired. I've been working, paying bills, putting kids to college. And we covering up dreams. I bought that boy that carpet machine. Yeah. All that. I don't want to do this no more.
And honey, we appreciate it so much, but these are my kids. I have to see them on the holidays. That's what the holidays are for, family.
On the holidays?
Yes, family. Like Thanksgiving, like Christmas. Yes.
When?
Like Thanksgiving, like Christmas.
We ain't going down there.
I've already made arrangements for them to come here.
They finna come where?
Here to the house. I'm getting the big Christmas tree and everything. They're gonna.
We just got rid of the damn boy. And what the hell you inviting them back for? They gonna think we want him.
Well, he has to have somewhere to go when he's out of school for Christmas break.
School on where he ain't down there one of them international school.
But I want him to come home. I miss them. I carried them for 9 months. This is my blood.
See, you raising these kids to be nothing but chumps. That's what's wrong right here.
He's a great kid. He's in college now.
He a great kid. Well, let him fend for himself. Go on, make it. He ain't got nowhere to get a job.
Wow, I don't understand. I mean, you were so good with them when they were young and helping me raise them. Now all of a sudden, it's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't know you.
I was just counting the days.
What do you mean you were counting the days?
Till they got out this house.
But you were so good, they call you daddy. You're not even their biological dad.
Everybody ask them do that. See, they won't call me daddy because they can't find theirs. That's all that was.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate that you were there for me, there for my kids.
I know you do, baby. I appreciate it. Now, I want you to be here for me.
Well, I am here for you, but I'm also a
all
mom.
All of you, all the time. No, all that. The mom days over with.
No, the mom days are never over with, honey.
No, they is over with. They gone.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they ain't. No, they not, because you keep inviting them back. Leave them where they at, girl.
These are my kids, and this is my house, too. They're coming home for the holidays, okay?
I'll be damned.
I put my foot down. That's
all
how it's
these
going
years,
down.
I've been raising these kids, waiting them to get the hell out of there. We invite them back over for the holidays.
It's just
There's
for
so
a
many
few
people
days.
gonna be in here. We ain't got nowhere. We ain't gonna be able to put a tree up.
We're going to put a tree up right over there by the window.
We'll put a tree up. If you put a tree up over there, and then all these people come in the house, we ain't gonna be decorated.
It's just 5 kids and 5 grandkids and their spouses.
That's 10 people. Look at this living room.
Well, then maybe we need a bigger house, because I'm not getting rid of my kids.
A bigger house?
Yes, a bigger house.
Girl.
Not girl. Not girl.
We can finally got all them people out of here. We need a bigger house.
It's just for a few days during the holidays, honey.
You don't want to sing Christmas carols?
Yeah.
No, matter of fact, I want this house to stay the same size so they can grow. They already outgrown it.
And who's going to, we need a bigger house. Who's going to help me cook? That's what, we love doing that. Me and the girls cooking together.
Well,
preparing Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner.
Baby,
huh?
Baby, you ain't helping it cook. Now, we're going to stop this damn joke right here.
You didn't got real.
It's not Shirley. This is the woman in the letter.
That you going to try to slide in that you can cook, we're going to end this damn strawberry letter
The woman
right
in
now.
the letter can cook,
No,
Steve.
well, the woman reading the letter tried to slide in to who going to help you cook. That's what we've been trying to find out since 2000.
All right, then. If
I don't know what that little Mexican man eats that you're married to.
He is not
Amarillo,
Mexican.
or what his name is.
His name is Ernesto, and he's not Mexican.
Ernesto, the black dude.
So are you Steve, or you still the man in the letter? Make up your mind.
I'm man in the letter, but what you tried to slide in was a cooking compliment by yourself, and I ain't finna let you do it. Now, Shirley, you can't cook.
This has
I'm sit up
nothing
here
to do
talking
with
about
me.
who gonna help me cook.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm speaking as the woman in the letter.
Great.
Husband who hates kids now.
I don't like no damn kid.
And why is that? What did they do to you that I don't know about? Because it seems like to me you were getting along fine with them.
Because you was never there.
Oh.
You never knew what was going on behind them doors.
What, did they gang up on you or something? Say you're not
3
my
of them
daddy?
came in that one night, and that boy, the 18-year-old boy, he caught me on my side, and he climbed up on me and he was choking me.
Oh, wow. Yes. Jingle bells. Honey, this is going to be so much fun. Come on now. For a few days.
No. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't mess up my holiday.
What am I supposed to say when they ask me where's their dad? Where's dad? And they call you dad. Where's daddy? What am I supposed to say?
You ain't gonna say nothing because they ain't gonna be in here.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM, or you can go to My Girl Shirley. Coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go with something funny. So, Steve, now, what is this women always beat men at arguments? We know this, but
Wait,
are you
they
guys...
do. Because they do things that men don't do and are incapable of doing. Here's some reasons that you'll never win an argument. How about the first one you need to understand? And above all else, they don't forget.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They don't forget a doggone thing. You let it go. She said, I forgive you, but she banked all that information.
That's right.
Women have the biggest hard drive in their brains ever created. IBM ain't got nothing on a woman's hard drive, baby.
Like you guys with sports stats.
Yeah, you can't erase their hard drive. It's locked in forever.
Remember your 1998? Remember
That's
that? When
right.
I got that number out your pocket, it was Connie's number. Remember that? You remember
Here's
Connie?
another one. Here was another one. You know what we do?
What?
We delete information, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you
delete
mean
it.
the men do?
Get it off our phone, computer, everything.
Got to get it rid of it.
They don't.
They don't delete.
They don't delete.
Why would we do that? That's stupid.
It's called evidence.
Right, baby.
I'll tell you another thing they got. They got a picture of everything.
Yes, we do.
Yes, I.
Even if it ain't a photograph, it's a mental image.
Yes.
They got you.
You know
guys-
women. Come on,
Yes.
Steve.
You guys forget.
And don't say, here's another one.
Okay.
And don't say you didn't say something.
Uh-huh.
You're right. You didn't say it, but you texted. And guess what? Your dumbass forgot.
Again. Here it is, right here. I got it. I saved it.
Here's another reason women always win. Because women don't care if you answer or pick up their phone.
They don't.
They don't.
No.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
You know why? Because all you going to find is pictures of shoes, recipes, baby pictures, and hairstyles.
You're right with me, except for the recipes.
They
I don't
have
have
no
any recipes.
evidence on their damn phone. None.
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
Go ahead, look in it. Look.
Way smarter at this.
Look.
3765.
I don't have any
That's the
recipes
code.
in mind, though.
Get the pin code. Go ahead.
Here's the other reason you can't win an argument, because they can see who you calling on your phone from a mile away.
Yes, we can.
I don't give a damn what kind of protective screen you got on there. The black one that you can't see from the side, she can see it.
You got it, Steve.
So who is she?
Yeah.
This is scary.
This is real. Mama said hi.
Here's another reason you can't remember, you can't win an argument.
Why?
Because they remember exact dates.
Ooh, yes, Lord.
They
Yes,
remember
Lord.
exact dates with the details. What you had on, what you was eating,
All of that.
what car you was in,
Yeah.
where you was sitting.
Uh-huh.
Breathe it out, Jay. Breathe it out.
Here's another reason you can't win an argument with a woman. You ready? Without even setting it up, they lie for each other.
Yes, baby. High five, Carla. High five, Carla.
Without having to talk.
They don't have to set it
You
up.
got to do none of that.
Carla, where was I yesterday? At my house?
Immediate.
And we were watching the
We
Atlanta
have to
Housewives.
make a call
Has to be
to
set
set
up.
it up.
We were watching the Atlanta Housewives. 'Cause remember when Needy
We
had
gotta call.
said,
I got to call Jay. Unc, I was with you in Vegas. I got to say something.
And here's the other
like this
reason you can't win an argument. Because they have one put down that no man has ever been able to top. Here's the put down they use. Stop acting like some little old girl. Except they don't use girl.
Did she just call me? Did she
After that,
You
you're
can't-
shaking to the core.
He can't.
You can't come back
No,
from
there's
that.
no comeback for that one.
Like right now, you just stuck on that.
Yeah.
Stop acting like some little old girl.
But they don't say girl.
But they don't say girl. Now you up in here, all you hear is that.
we win again.
Now the argument, you ain't got no more points. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Stop acting like a little.
Actually, you was winning the
yeah,
argument.
you were winning till she hit that.
We know how to shut it down.
That hurts.
Wow. Wow.
Man,
Yeah, and we're
Why
never
does
gonna
that-
win one, man.
why does that hurt so much like
Oh,
that?
because
Why
there's
that-
no comeback. You got no comeback for that.
But let me
man.
tell you something, ladies.
Yes.
You should never say that to your man.
No, I would never say that to my husband.
I've never been.
Because words cut really deep. And once you cut a man so deep, how do you fix that? And I know women who have used that on their man a lot. And I'm telling you,
Really?
it's hard to come back for that. Because men, our comeback for that is, well, okay, I'll tell you what. I know somebody don't think I'm a little old girl.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate insult for a man. You just a little old girl.
Man. You can't come back from that. No.
And when you do that to a man, you damage him. What'd you say, Tommy?
Ouch.
No, not ouch. Not ouch.
Ouch.
It's ugly, man.
It's very ugly.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
That one hurt right there.
This is how your woman really feel about you.
What's bad is when you see a guy get done in public like that.
Oh, I've
Oh,
seen
now
that.
You
that's
see
the
that?
worst.
Saw that in New
That is
York.
the
Oh,
worst. I
man.
don't.
When you see his lady do that to him in public, you be like, "Oh, that hurts
Yeah.
me."
That hurts
New York
women
on the
to see
Apollo.
that. That
That's
hurts
right.
women.
Yeah.
Women
Remember
don't
that
like
guy
to
over
see
at
that.
KG?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Women don't like to see a woman belittling her man in public. We don't.
I've seen it.
You ain't gonna leave me.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
You acting like a lip.
Girl.
All right.
Wow.
Like a little low.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it's time for something funny. And Jay, this is about stuff you say to your neighbors under your breath. Please explain.
This has to do with we see our neighbors all the time. We're not that fond of them sometimes. So we speak, but under our breath, we're saying little things, little insulting things like, "Hey, how you doing? You need to clean up that nasty ass yard."
Keep it 100,
Jack.
keeping it 100. You got one thing.
Jack, Jay.
I just want this. Earl, how you doing? How you doing? Earl, my man. You need some curtains, man. I want to see your naked ass every night.
We seeing too much.
How you doing, Franklins? Good to see you. Hope that boy stay home this time.
He just got out. Takes vacations, Junior.
Hey, good to see ya. This is fifth time.
Dang. Come on, nephew. The stuff we say to our neighbors.
Perkins, how are you? Good. You should do something with that damn boat you've been having back. You gotta do something with that damn boat. That boat don't even work.
We got deed restrictions on me.
How you doing, Mr. Kennedy? Hey, how you doing? I can smell that weed way over here. Across the street, I smell it.
Dale, Kim, how you guys doing today with them stupid ass kids? Them half with me.
Not the kids.
Yeah, with
Not
them
the baby.
stupid ass kids.
This is stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath.
It's gotta be said. It's
No,
gotta be said.
Come on, Junior.
Hey, Smiths, good to see you. All right, now. I wouldn't be pushing my mama that long. Now, she got to do something. 3 people.
Hey, Bob, how are you? Good. Wish you can stop your fat ass wife from swimming naked all the time.
Really?
Just scaring the hell out of my dog.
Morning, Mr. Anderson. How you doing? Yeah. How you got 4 claws on block and don't none of them work?
4 cars? That yard is a mess. Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath. Come on, Steve.
Willis, what's going on, boy? I see you. Have a good one today. So glad he over there, because that breath of healing. He came over with that breath. He cut my grass last week.
He killed my flowers.
He spoke to me and cut my grass last week with his breath.
Wow. That's bad. That's a dragon right there.
Hey, Johnsons. It's good to see y'all. All right, now, man. No, we good. We good. I'll tell you right now. I know a baby when he eat paper. I know that baby eat paper. Ain't got to tell me no more. I know that baby eats paper. Baby ain't smart at all. No, you ain't got to bring him over. No, we good.
Stuff we
he
say
got
to
to make this birthday party. Baby eat paper.
Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath. Tommy, go.
Leonard, hey, nice day today. Good. Wasn't good last night. Damn police arrested him. I seen him come up in there.
What?
I know you selling dope. I know you selling dope.
You called him. You called him.
Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath.
Ethel, Herman, how y'all doing? So good. Ethel and Herman, my friends. Time for y'all put y'all mama in a hole.
You cannot say that, Steve.
Put your mama in the hole.
Just be bending over with her ass up in the window. Put your mama in a hole.
Yeah.
Black people don't do that.
Hey, Mr. Mitchell, what's going on? Yeah, I'm good. You don't see that dog doing in your yard? You just don't see it. You just don't
right
leave
in
it.
Leave it there. Stepping in and there.
Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath. Junior.
Hey, what's up, Curtis? Hey, Keisha, what's going on?
Curtis.
All right now. Ain't nowhere in the world no better than that damn loud. He ain't killing that. Way too much noise.
You been hearing him?
I don't even know how they touched both their stomachs. All right now, I'm good, man.
Come on, nephew. Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath.
Conley, yard's looking good. Looking real good. You come over this line, though. You come over this line. One more time with that damn lawnmower. I'm telling you now. You know what the damn line is. I know you know what the line is. You know my side. You know your damn side. Keep on doing it.
Property line, nephew.
Boy, that property line means something.
It really do, man.
It's invisible, but it means something.
You know what that line is, man.
Man, that's my line.
All right, I think we have time for two more. Jay and then Steve close it out. Stuff we say to our neighbors under our breath. Let's go. Come on, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm good. Ooh, she whooped your ass last night, didn't she?
They got into a fight?
She told that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Come on, Steve, close it out. Stuff we say to our
Take us
neighbors.
home, dog.
Read out, Sydney. Hey. Could have invited me over to a little stank ass party. I don't win.
They had barbecue and everything.
That's my barbecue and everything.
I know you ran out of room over there, but the last patio you done built.
I came over.
I love it.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are. It is time for another edition of Comedy Roulette. Jay, please explain.
Before I explain, tonight, Alex Thomas at the J-Spot Comedy
Alex!
Club.
Yeah.
Tuesday,
We
baby.
love Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I love Alex.
Man, he's a great dude.
It's funny.
Only comedian I know that wears gloves. Why? I don't know.
I like
He has
Alex.
to
I
drive
love
his
Alex.
jokes
Hey.
home.
Comedy Roulette, here we do. You take 4 subjects, put them on a wheel, spun the wheel, where it stop, we, all 4 of us, will do the damn thing. That's how good we
Spun the wheels.
spun the wheel. Spun it around.
All right, number 1. That don't look like no fall down nut to me, okay? Number 2, how you got a 60-inch widescreen and no place to sit?
Yeah.
Number 3, how you got weed money, but you don't have any gas money?
Let's do that.
All right, and here's the last one. Hold on to your valuables, because blank is coming over.
Debo.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Debo.
Yeah.
All right, Dave,
My
spin
sister
it.
coming.
Spun the wheel.
Wait a minute. All right. This is where it stopped, guys. That don't look like no fall down knot to me.
Ah.
Oh, not.
Knot.
Yeah.
knot.
That don't look.
Like no fall.
Like no
That
fall.
don't.
Uh-huh.
That don't look like fall down.
All
night.
down. How you get a knot in the front and the back of your head? That don't look like.
That's
Nah.
not a
Yeah,
fall
that's
down knot.
That's
Something
not a
wrong
fall
with
down
that.
knot.
Wow.
You ain't been to the skating ring in 20 years. You talking about you just fell. Nah, that don't look like no fall down knot to me.
If that's If that's a fall down, why is it a knuckle prints across your forehead? Why that's up there? That don't make sense though, dog. You fell on somebody's hand. How that happen?
Well, that don't look like no fall down, not to me. See how it's got them teeth prints around it? How he do that?
Yes.
So you fell on his mouth?
So that's a fall down knot. Okay, why is them choke marks around your neck? What is all that about?
So you mean to tell me that the redness of it? You talk about the fall down? Look like an infection to me, dog. That don't look like no fall down knot.
So you trying to tell me you fell on one eye, and that's why that one black? You fell on, but both eyes is even, so I don't understand how ain't nothing hurt but that one eye. Just explain this to me, dog. That don't look like no fall down.
So let me get this right.
All right.
You fell. Then all your teeth fell out. All of them dog.
Come on, man.
Every last one of them.
Every last one of your teeth just fell out your mouth.
Just 32.
Seriously.
Pieces
Even
of
the one
chitlin.
way in the back, all the way in the back.
All them, then you fail.
Put them in a put all them in a Ziploc bag. Put all them teeth
In a Ziploc bag?
Put all them teeth in a Ziploc bag. We gonna need
You got all your teeth in a Ziploc.
All right, well, thank you guys. That was Comedy Roulette for today. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We're in the middle of this segment called I'm Becoming My Parents. And Jay and Steve Harvey are letting us know that they're saying things to their kids.
Same thing. We haven't come up with nothing new. You got one, Steve? You got one?
A scratch on that wall is a scratch on your ass.
You better say it, because that's me now.
Put a scratch on that wall, it's going to be a scratch on your ass.
Yeah.
I love that.
Say that now.
How about
I love that.
You say that, Carla?
Right. Scratch on that wall. Yeah.
Scratch on
That
your-
means you really want to scratch on your behind if you scratch that wall. Yeah.
Because they over there playing. They ain't got to
Yeah.
be over there playing. Yeah.
How about this? I don't know if it could be done, but I damn near got beat to where I thought it was going to come off. I will beat all the black off you.
Yes.
You said that?
I will beat all the black off you.
You don't know if it can happen.
I don't know if it can go down.
Come on, Steve.
That you standing in that refrigerator door like you bought something.
Hey, what's the,
I like it. I got to use that one.
hey, and what's the time limit on that refrigerator? Though? Anybody know?
No, you got to get in and get out.
Yeah. I like it, Steve.
Come on, Jay.
Somebody need to tell me why all these lights is on. I need to know that.
That's me. Now that is me.
That's my husband.
Yeah.
Woo,
I
he's a
need
light
to
lead.
know why all these lights is on.
Yes.
See?
I love it, Jay.
We're becoming our parents.
We are becoming our parents.
I'm tired because Junior.
Junior making you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
This is dedicated to Carla.
Yeah. Ooh, come on.
This is Pat Boltner's line.
My mama.
Huh? If you can hum me, you can hear me.
Yes,
Man.
That's my mama. Come on,
Hold on.
Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You about to make me cry. If you can hum me, you can hear me.
You can hear me.
Oh, my mama used to say that.
Oh, this is one Aunt Lee Brown special.
What?
The mama was a little heavy on the stocky side. So this was her patent. Don't make me run after you.
Whoa.
And she couldn't run anyway. But don't make me run after you.
Yeah, don't. You know.
You didn't want that.
Let me go and walk back here and take this because it ain't going to be nice if I make her run.
Okay.
This one is dedicated to Shirley's mama,
Uh-oh.
Miss Helen. Sit down. Everyone has seen you.
Yes.
And you do it too much?
Oh, yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
You do it too much?
Have a seat.
You're doing
Everybody
way
done
too
already
much.
saw you.
Everybody
Putting on a little show here.
I grew up on that.
Yeah.
That line raised me.
Here go one right here, Steve. get out of this room looking in my mouth when I talk because ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah, grown folks conversation.
This is grown folk talking up in here.
Yes, Jay, yes.
We are becoming our parents, Steve.
Looking down my throat while I talk. All right,
what you got, Steve?
Keep on acting cute. See how cute your daddy think he is when he get home from work.
Woo!
When Slick get in here, Slick gonna cut out all this cuteness.
Okay, your mama said that.
Yeah.
And your daddy hit hard.
All right, Steve, coming up, closing remarks right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, last break of the day. Take us home with something good. Closing remarks.
Well,
let's go.
I think I should keep it on the upswing for everybody again. I want to just talk to you about what it really takes to make it. What it really takes to make it. Now, look, I can, sit here and tell you a bunch of stuff that, sound like I'm really into public speaking and I know all of what I'm talking about and all this here and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, what people really want is real simple things that they can do to make it. People want to be successful, man. They really do. They don't want to not know what it's like to be happy, to be free, to be successful. They want a simpler, how should I put this? They want somebody to explain it to them and simplify it. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, guess what? I don't know if I'm the person that's qualified to make it the simplest, but let me tell you what I do know. If you want to be happy in this life, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to develop a couple of things. Now, here's the thing that I want you to understand. Most people have what it takes to be successful. But if it does not start with the belief that you can be successful, you can never bring out the qualities in you of success. Listen to me again. Everyone has it in them to be successful, but if you don't bring them out, and that starts with the belief, if you don't have the belief that you can be somebody, that you're worthy, that you're qualified, that you're capable, if you don't start with that basic belief, it can never happen. So first things first, in order to be successful and happy in this world, at whatever level you're talking about happiness, success is for you, it has to start with the belief that it is for you. I believe that I should be successful. I believe that God wants me to be prosperous. I believe that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. But you got to develop some things, man. And the way to develop them is start with the belief and hang on to the belief so strong that these attributes develop themselves. Resilience. If you believe hard enough that you can be successful, that you can be happy, it will automatically start to cultivate this thing that's in all of us. It's called resilience. All y'all got it. Everybody got it. You are resilient people. All of us are resilient. Hell, if you can survive the projects, you resilient. If you can survive public schools, you resilient. If you can survive walking through gang neighborhoods because you still want an education, you resilient. If you manage to get yourself a high school diploma or a GED, you are resilient. And the more belief you have, the more these attributes you can develop. You got to be tough. You know how you get tough? You got to believe that you're tough. You got to believe that you can hang in there when all is against you. That's how you get tough. You get tough because you keep facing the test and you keep passing them. But all of that, you can't pass the test unless you believe you can. Y'all don't hear me. All of you have an inner strength. Listen to me, man. Don't you know even a homeless person has an inner strength? What is it that gets a person to live under a bridge or live in a refrigerator box or live in some of these homeless encampments? Do you know what really makes them live there? Because they have an inner strength. It's still some fiber of them that's telling them to hold on. Because if it wasn't, everybody would just get rid of themselves. Everybody would end it. But you know why people don't end it? Because you really do have an inner strength. It takes something to be homeless. All right, everybody can make a mistake, man, and wind yourself up in a situation. But homeless people have an inner strength. They have a toughness. It's tough being homeless, man. They have a resilience. Because for some reason, they just won't give up. And even though we judge them when we're driving by, look at them sitting on that corner just asking for money. They done gave up. No. It's another form of giving up. But I'm telling you, even in your darkest moments and your lowest points in your life, you have resilience, toughness, inner strength. I got news for you. It can help develop your faith, because if you believe hard enough, the Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for. That simply means that how you develop faith is really, the essence of it is hope. You remember when you was little and you hope you got a bike for Christmas, and you went out there one year and the Christmas and the bike was under the tree? You remember when you used to hope you'd graduate from high school, you messed around and got a diploma? Do you remember hoping one day you'd get a job and now you working? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. But if you keep hoping hard enough and believe that something can happen, eventually that hope turns into faith. You got to have dreams and visions so big that it dwarfs all your fears. This is how you make it. I hope you got what I'm saying today.
All right, drop it, baby. Drop it.
Have a great week.
Thank you.
It's President's Day, everybody.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.